not for something for us. I just want to.
Randy is living back in the early 2000s. So these two are the most popular. They're great price. This is for the kitchen countertops.
Okay. So let me tell you about our dining room table.
Okay.
It is a marble slab.
Okay.
And it has gray veining in it.
Okay.
I'm just a little bit worried about, like, I feel like these would not look good.
Will it
It's
fight it?
Right, it's
Okay.
gonna fight it. So we either need something
Completely different.
that is completely different, maybe with big, huge movement in it.
Okay.
Or no movement.
Okay.
But those are gonna compete. Okay, because the veining in the dining room table is a light gray.
Okay. So we need something with gray and warmth, probably.
I mean, that's kind of what I think.
And the warmth. So
like-
here's one option.
Okay, and that I think would look okay with the table.
The table. So great price. Another one down here it's just called Unique Calcutta. I like how really too is how you have like the thick, and then the little lines. I just want to show you as another option. So, our Regal Calcutta Avalon, sorry. So this one, you're gonna have, it's very subtle, way more subtle than that one. I know. So again, they're both very similar. I would say this, when it's like applied on, because obviously we're looking at a different plane than when it would be applied on. This one gives, it's just really, really pretty and very soft. That one is really gonna pop.
So do you think that would go?
That would go great.
That's what I'm
Yes.
thinking, is it's gonna go better.
Now, the other thing, Randy, to like take note of, I'm not talking on the slabs, I'm just being honest. So this is a group 5, this is a group 3. It's a cheaper, kind of less expensive made slab. So their background is not gonna be as true to white as that is, which is why it appears more blue. This will go better with your house.
That's what I think.
And I think this looks a little too fake. Just a little fake.
Looks like varicose veins. Nobody wants that.
We don't want that in our slab. No, I don't want you looking at your countertop and saying that. Okay, cool. So that'll be for the kitchen.
Okay.
And then you'll pretty much take up 2 slabs for the kitchen. So for like the utility room and then maybe the girls' bathroom, just because it's like inexpensive, what I like to do, this one's called luxury white. The one that we do is called organic white. It's just white, but it has a little bit of like texture to it. Are you okay with that to save some money?
I like that.
I like it.
Just to say, we're just gonna do it in the utility and girls. Powder will do in girls.
Utility room and the girls' bathroom
Yeah.
countertop. Yeah.
Because you don't have a lot in either place, so I think
Okay.
let's just do that one.
Okay.
And it'll save a lot of money. For the master and for the powder, I know the powder we're gonna probably do a remnant piece. Master, we probably won't get away with doing a remnant.
No.
Are you okay with doing something like this for the master? Or is it still too much?
I think this would be really pretty in the master.
I think it'd be really pretty in the master because
With the pink.
and then the black floors and then your stained cabinets. Plus you have enough veining to where that 4-inch mitered
still
edge would
has
be
warmth.
pretty.
I
Oh,
like
it
the
does.
warmth.
Yeah, because this one's more gray. This one has more warmth.
Yeah, I like this.
But because of that edge too, you want it to have a little bit more movement, and especially if we cut that edge, I mean, it'll give you some movement on the top.
There. Yeah, I like
Yep.
that.
Quartzite versus marble. Quartzite is actually
real stone.
It's real stone. Quartzite is a little tougher than marble. So marble's very soft. Quartzite's a little bit tougher, but you're still gonna have the upkeep of a natural stone. Versus the quartz is pretty indestructible.
You can spray it with 409.
I can spray that with 409.
You cannot spray this with 409.
So I really like that. 'Cause I love a floor in there. I love that. I love the floor we picked.
So this one so it's really funny. So the one you first liked was called Nero Elegance. This is Nero Marquina. Is this too warm?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. I mean, I really want to go pretty
Black.
high contrast.
That I think will be too gray. So what we'll do is he'll measure that little cabinet, and then I'll like tell him, hey, here's a couple pictures we like of some marbles or quartzites. And then he'll go through his remnants and be like, hey, which ones do I have similar? He'll send us pictures and make sure that it'll fit.
I mean, we don't want to buy a whole slab.
No, you don't want to buy a whole slab of that. That's cool.
It's cool.
And so the thing about this one, depending on which one he has, this is a honed finish versus a polished.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Which is cool.
Too. I like that too.
And this is like, honed is very popular right now.
Not for something for us. I just want to know.
Randy is living back in the early 2000s.
Are you serious?
So do you want me to take a picture of that one?
Yeah,
Okay,
I like
we've picked everything, so I'll send all the selections to Mark. He won't have a quote until he measures on site, so it might be a month or so.
Okay.
Once we get closer, I'll have him send pictures of remnants, or it might be best to just go to Classic and see what he has, but I'll wait until he knows sizes.
I like stacking the least, but I would still put his head with a bit on that.
Yeah.
It actually would, I think it would look cooler than you can picture.
Yeah.
With the gold faucet on that would be really cool.